are here to tell the Nigerian Gen Z story. You are in the right place. On the program today, all the way from the south of Nigeria, Bayelsa State, we will be having a young Nigerian artist who is determined to make a difference in the world. How? You will get to find out. Also, from Benue State, North Central, Middle Belt, we will be showcasing a unique work of art from a young Gen Z. The big question now is, where would you rather be? Thank you for tuning in to the Nigerian Television Authority. My name is Ehiko Oichu. I am the daughter of Agatha and Onimo. Right about now, grab a snack, be comfortable as we prepare to take you on an entertaining episode. Go nowhere.
Mama na my devoted, Mama na my desire, Mama na my devoted, Mama na my desire, Mama na my devoted, Mama.
Yeah, remember this play? If I say who is in the garden, you have to say a beautiful, fine girl. Guess who? Me. Now, it is time for a beautiful musical from this amazing South artist. His name is Yayo Limu. Like I said earlier, he is determined to make a difference in the world. Go nowhere. Remember, a beautiful, fine girl.
It's your boy Lemonade. Yeah, your Lemon. You can call me your Lemon for sure. Lemonade is a brand. You get me? So I'm from Bayelsa 775 South. Name bit to be precise. Ogbea. Shout out to my Ijo people. First, let me just remove my marks because I feel like a superhero anytime I wear these marks. You get me? I always feel it's my secret invasion marks. I call it Lemon. So yeah, let me get to my steez, you know. I grew up in Port Harcourt. PH City. Shout out to PH City. Precisely Bundu Waterside. You get me? I be Waterside boy, so you gotta understand. We're coming from the roots. We're coming from the. I always say that I don't want to say trenches, but still, we don't look like where we come from. I did my first song when I was in GS1. Like when I was in GS1, I did my first song. That was Fire Flame Spitter from Lil Wayne, because I listened to a lot of Lil Wayne records, so I did Fire Flame Spitter. The next song I did was Rack City. Yeah, so I just dropped the hit. I Love My Wife. It's been like, let's say, a month I've been promoting it. So I Love My Wife, no before mouth. So shout out to King Perema, shout out to Chris Rifa for making that mad production. King Perema is a legend from South 775. You get me? And shout out to my bro. He was the one that played the guitar. So I had to like, when I heard the song for the first time, I had to like take it to him and just tell him to like, okay, help me with this, help me with the instrument, because I know he's like really good with the instrument. So I had to like put everything together. So that's like the process of making the song. You get me? I wanted something for my culture, like from home. You get me? So I Love My Wife is sampled. It's a song I sampled from King Perema. Understand? A song I sampled from King Perema. So it's a really big deal for me. When I went to Bayelsa to shoot the video, I had to like use Bayelsa cinematographer, Vixen, everything. So when I got there, I got the opportunity to meet with King Perema, and he like gave us the go ahead. Like he loved what we're doing and everything. So I want to say shout out to King Perema, shout out to Bayelsa people, shout out to Ijolan and everybody supporting the boy right now. You get me? a Trojan horse. I'm coming like a Trojan horse. So anytime you open it, I'm coming out. You get me? So once you see this, just go check the boy, man. Just go check the boy. Yeah, as you can see, it's lemonade. It's a lemonade thing, you know. Everything about me is all playful. Everything about me, it's fun. When you say lemonade, like I aid, you get me? Lemon is like literally lime and lemon mixed together. That's lemon. Lime and lemon mixed together. That's the whole brand. Lime and lemon mixed together. You get me? If you want to ride with me, you ride with me, and I'll lead.
There is something so serene about art. And not just any type of art, but all types of art. And all the way from the beautiful state that is Benue, my state, is this artist. Her name is Sefa. She's a painter. She paints abstract. Enjoy this piece about her and this work she's created. Go nowhere.
So my name is Sefa. I am a visual artist based in Abuja, Nigeria. And okay, I've already mentioned I'm a visual artist. My strength is abstract art, and this is mostly what I do for a living. It started out as a hobby, but over time, especially between 2020 and 2022, I decided to take up lessons to improve my skill set. Um, from there, people got interested in my work, and I decided to venture into it as a business. Primary school, I think, with fine arts in primary school and secondary school, I knew what I liked and I knew what I wasn't good at. So where we were asked to draw live images or images, I noticed I would struggle. But whenever we're asked to work with our imagination, I found that was an aspect of art I enjoyed doing more. So even with the lessons I took between 2020 and 2022, I found that I was drawn more to abstract / imaginative art. So over time, I've just worked with improving my style of art, and I've just been going along with it since then. So this one, okay. So the title of this piece is Unashamed, and it started out as a conversation I was having with myself. There's a Bible verse that talks about we love because God first loved us, but then I found that I find the conversation surrounding love, not like in romantic terms, but love in general sense, to be very uncomfortable. So yeah, this painting is what that conversation looks like, and I've made peace with the fact that love is a gift. We shouldn't be ashamed of it, whether to receive or to give, and everyone should be proud of their ability to love. So unashamed. So this painting, the name is long, but I had a conversation with a friend of mine, Ogochuku, and he was talking about a something he was trying to overcome. Like he was trying to do something and he was afraid, and I then asked him to write about how he was feeling. And after he shared the feeling, or after he shared what he wrote, I read it and I just thought to paint about it. So if you notice, there's a lot of, you may not notice, but it's like brown, black in the background, right? So that shows the feeling of fear and uncertainty. And then of course you have white passing across. So that's, for me, was step one to his overcoming his fear. And then of course, when people win anything, they are given a crown or some sort of reward or award for accomplishing the feat. Um, so this is how we came up with the gold stripes at the very top, showing that he overcame what was scary at first, and through facing his fears, he overcame eventually. I've been actively pursuing my creative interests for over 10 years. So from music to photography to now art, I feel like I've always wondered what it would look like, say I worked as an artist, even if it wasn't professionally. I want to know that I gave every curiosity a try, because a lot of the time these paintings come as a question, like, oh, what if you painted this and then you did something on top, or you use this technique. So to see certain questions come to life in a painting, for me, is very fulfilling. And I don't know how long I'm going to do this for, but I hope I'll do it for a long time, because personally there's a sense of fulfillment I feel seeing my paintings come alive. And I'll be honest, it's nice to also see people appreciate my work, because you don't feel delusional in believing that what you've done is worth sharing. So I would like for this to be something I'm remembered for. Like, certain people share their thoughts in writing, in music. For me, I want my paintings to show people what my views were on certain things, or to serve as a visual diary. I say art is profitable, but like any field or any venture that you get into, you will have times where it doesn't look like it, especially in the beginning. My style of art is not common. It's not easily, what's the word? It's not the most viable art. But I advise that you keep at it, because the more you work on something, the more it's known as your language or your niche. So I'd say share your work with your community, however close. Use social media, attend other gatherings where art is appreciated, so that you pick, you gain inspiration and also grow your network. And again, just keep at it. You don't know who you would run into that would like your work. So I say cast your net across plenty waters, because you really don't know who's going to like your work and commission you. Or yeah. So if there's anything I want to share as a last word, is that curiosity is a gift. And for everything you're, what's the word? I think curious and passionate about, I think it's a gift from God. And when you are gifted with the gift of curiosity and passion and energy, I'd say go for it, because the reward is in chasing them. You may not like what you're doing now, but just keep at it. You don't know what you don't like unless you try. So please keep trying, stay curious, stay hopeful, and yeah, stay curious and stay hopeful. I'm on Instagram and Facebook at 5064 Neighborhoods. Don't worry, they'll spell it, so you can find me there online. I'm based in Abuja, so if you'd like for us to meet, you can also send a message via my social media and we'll meet up. Bye!
It is not just about Gen Zs, but bridging the gaps between generations. One of which is the Gen Zs and their parents. And today, on understanding the Gen Zs, the Gen Zs, will be telling us how to resolve conflicts or trying to explain to us and their parents how to resolve conflicts between parents. Go nowhere, this promises to be educative. Understanding the Gen Zs, up next.
Conflicts are inevitable, especially in the family. As a Gen Z, what role do you think you have to play in resolving those conflicts that happen, especially between your parents? I'm Oluwapelumi Abiodun. Welcome to another beautiful episode of Generation XYZ, and I'm here with my awesome colleagues to shed more light on this topic. Stay with us. Down to the very first question. As a Gen Z, how do you think you manage conflicts differently from older generations?
Okay, first things first, I don't think we are in the position to be the manager of conflict. No matter no matter the generation, maybe you are Gen Z or millennial, our parents are still the typical African parents. You will never convince them otherwise. So I don't think what I'm trying to say in essence is I don't think we have opinion. The only thing we can do is just try, and I think I think we can. If you know your parents have soft spot for you, because me, my mom she has a soft spot for me, but my dad. So the only person I can try to talk to is my mom.
So, from my experience as the daughter of a single mom, I think as a Gen Z, we should try to be understanding with our parents. We should try to understand what they are going through. When you're younger and you don't understand what's happening, it's easy to take on an attitude and to blame your parents for everything. Like, for example, if you have to move, if you have to change something you've always been doing for a long time, it's easy to blame your parents and just be that very rude, stereotypical Gen Z person. But you should be more understanding with your parents. You should take time to understand what they're going through and understand why that affects you so you can help deal with it.
I think Gen Z we believe in let's say we believe in open communication. That is, whenever there is issue, so we tend to like open to each other, like talk to each other, how you guys can work this thing out together. So like for this now, for example, now my colleague said we don't really have a say on conflict resolution with our parents. So it depends on your less on your relationship between you and your parents. If your parents are strict, that means there's no way you can try to get involved with it. But if your parents are soft to you, so like there's a way you can talk to like this thing is affecting us dad, this thing is affecting us mom. So try and sort this thing out between each other. Even you talking to them that sir, ma, this thing is affecting us. Through that, there will be a way to like resolve the issue going on with them.
Now to a very spicy question. What do you think are the common causes of conflicts between our parents? What do you think are the factors that always contribute to conflicts arising between parents?
My own understanding, the common causes is that some parents have lack of communication. You can see some of them sitting with their children, but they don't used to talk to each other.
You see, the communication is actually the main problem, because our parents sometimes they feel we don't understand these things. Just like Yoruba people will say, there's an adage that says "Kinomodimo." They believe that you are so young, so what do you know? What would you understand by these things? So the conflicts arise when they don't communicate with each other. They don't communicate as a family. They don't communicate as a mother, as a father, that they are meant to be. So when these issues start coming up, okay, there might be instances of that I want to pay my school fees, or then I want to pay my garment to mother, this one will say garment to father, those ups and downs, and you as a child or as their daughter or son, you become confused and you be in that middle and who am I going to meet? Then some of us, some go on social media and put in that question, some can go on their WhatsApp stories and say, well, my dad is doing that, blah, 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 this kind of stuff. So communication in the family is very, very important. And if we can build on that, if our parents can pound down those things, communication, which is very important, I feel this conflict in the home will be very reduced and minimal.
Do you think it's cool for you to choose sides when conflicts happen between your parents? you think you should choose sides?
For that question, I don't think it's cool for children to choose sides between their parents because it will not help matters.
It's not a very good idea to pick side because it's not as if you are both outsiders. Your dad and your mom are having issues. You are not meant to take side. You are meant to, like, you are trying to resolve issues. So taking side is not resolving issue. It's making it worse. So if you don't want to end up with a single parent, it is better for you not to take side.
I think it's dependent on the situations. There are issues or situations where one partner is abusive to the other or harmful to the other. In situations like that, you should not advise somebody to stay in that place where they are being hurt for the sake of others. But generally, choosing sides is only going to make one person more angry at the other. It doesn't help the situation in any way.
Advisable for you to choose sides when your parents are in conflict, like when there is issues between them. But there are some cases whereby you have to like be aggressive in a while. For instance, unless like your mom, your dad is being abusive towards your mom, so at times you have to like show your dad some real dad. This is too much. Just like though taking side does not help the situation, but at least just try and show your like.
If you find yourself in this situation, I think the only thing you need to do is that you should just pray to God. Just make your parents understand that it doesn't help the children in this kind of situation.
I feel it's not just about taking sides and all, but you see, you're growing up as a child, you're growing up to be a better adult. And when these conflicts arise sometimes, you need to know it deep down in your head that yo, who is wrong, who is right. No, deep down, mommy was wrong. Deep down, daddy was wrong. You don't need to show it and say, nah, you were wrong. It will cause more fights and all. But I feel when I see this, because I see them as role models, I see them as people I want to be like in the future. Would I control my family like this in this way? So if I know my father was wrong at some point, I will say in my mind and I will say, man, you were wrong, and sir, you were wrong. I don't need to go and tell him that, but I am learning. It is a learning process, because even in conflicts we learn how to handle it, we learn how to manage it, and we learn how to get out of it. So taking sides is not the main thing, but knowing it deep down with yourself, who was wrong and who was right.
There have been a whole lot of talks about my colleagues, and I hope you enjoyed it. But I would say, read the room. My loves, read the room. Know when to talk, know when not to talk. Just know when to do things. Know when to resolve those conflicts. Know when to, even if it's a conflict between you and your parents, know when to communicate your feelings to them, because you might be saving yourself from a whole lot of troubles and problems. This is just us Gen Z thinking, and I hope you enjoyed it. From all of us, bye.
Who is in the garden? A beautiful fine girl. Money, who is in the garden? A beautiful fine girl. Do you want to know her name? I will tell you her name when I wrap up this episode. Thank you for staying tuned to our episode today. I hope we entertained you. I hope we taught you how to never stop playing. Remember, we don't grow old. We don't stop playing because we grow old. We grow old because we stopped playing. Never stop playing. Never lose your inner child. Please do follow us on all of our social media platforms. From myself, the Nigerian Television Authority, thank you for staying tuned to us. Until next time, come let me tell you the name of this beautiful fine girl. My name is Ehikoichu. I am the daughter of Agaga and my mother, Onyemo.
Mama, now my devoted, Mama, now my desire.